Good evening, and today we're doing an FPL review, and mainly a review of Game Week 27, which is just finished after Burnley 0, Leicester City 2, with Ben Mee going off injured. You hate to see it. Nick Pope with no clean sheets in both doubles. You really hate to see it. And, of course, Wout Weghorst becoming the next Emmanuel Dennis and blanking in both games as the double game week captain. Why do we always get dragged in to these awful relegation fodder teams? That's a double game week. It is so hard to not do it. But we do it again, and we don't learn from our mistakes. But it is what it is. Game week 26 review and game week 27 review. And in a separate video, I will be previewing my game week 28 team with a big double game week on the horizon with the likes of Watford just there, Leeds United, Aston Villa, Southampton, and someone else, I think. We'll look at all the fixtures and preview all the doubles and kind of look at my chip strategy as well, because that's going to really come into play the next couple of weeks, with Game Week 29 also going to be doubles. A possible double for Chelsea or Arsenal in 28 if they have their game played in 28, but more likely possibly a double for Chelsea in 28. But like I say, we'll get into that in my preview for Game Week 28, which will be coming out as the deadline closes on Saturday, 11 o'clock. So that's a good one to look forward to. But in this one, we're just catching you up with my team in the last couple of weeks. So it was a bit hectic. The Game Week 26 to 27 kind of deadline was quite a quick turnaround. Obviously, interesting midweek matches in Match Week 27. And look, we did have Burnley Leicester, but mainly on the weekend. However, the games in Game Week 26 were those midweek games, and there were some big results. So let's talk through all of that, and we'll get into this one. So I was talking in my last review of FPL Game Week, which was my Game Week 25 review, that some of my transfers were really paying off, and my captaincies as well. Well, talking of captaincies, this was the week for it to do just that. And when I reviewed my Game Week 26 team ahead of that 27 deadline, I said about how I was on 67 points at the time recording, and that was of course before Leeds against Liverpool, Watford against Palace, Burnley against Tottenham, and Arsenal Wolves. Now, from those games, I had quite a lot of players. I had Salah against Leeds, I had Trent against Leeds, I had Van Dyke against Leeds, I had Saka against Wolves, Ramsdale against Wolves, Tierney against Wolves, and I think I also had Josh King against Palace. So quite a lot still to happen. And to go up from 67 to 146. And I can confirm that, my friends, that is my best ever Fantasy Premier League score in a single game week of all time. Oh yes, you love to see that. I mean, that is just, record breaking. Really love to see that. So I had myself a very good Game Week 26. I mean, triple captain Salah was a great decision. It was one of those ones, so many people were like, oh, don't do it. It's what everyone's going to do. But it was just like, I was saying to myself, don't overthink it. It's Mo Salah. This season, he has been a different animal. You just got to go with the times, and it's the best two fixtures, and they're both at home for the best player in the league. Come on, just like, there couldn't be a better opportunity to triple captain. And I'm not going to lie, after that first game, I was thinking, okay, he could have had so much more against Norwich, but he did the bits. Whether it's fortuitous or not, you can kind of argue, but he did the bits against Leeds with 2 penalties. You loved to see that, and a great triple captain, which we will reflect on now. But, I've been in unbelievable form. Can I just say, my FPL team, right? We're going to talk about Game Week 27 in terms of how many green arrows I'm currently on in a row, but I've really not looked back for a long time. I've not looked back since that dreaded Game Week 14, where, I hate to say it, but, I brought in some absolute flops. The likes of Gallagher, St. Maximan, James got 0 points. It was just an awful week for so many reasons. And since then, Game Week 15, I had a nice little green arrow. Bernardo Silva did the bits. And, it's just been week on week, really good stuff. And I think, obviously, it's kind of started around Game Week 21, Game Week 20, when there started to be double game weeks. And this was like the point in the season where you really want to optimise those those points and optimise those chips. So obviously I played my first chip of the season after my wildcard in game week 7, the first wildcard. My second wildcard, or second chip I should say, was used in game week 20, number 26, to triple captain Mo. So look, it's been really good. And the fact is, our goal at the end of the season is top 100k, because we've never, apart from last season, we've never finished inside the top million. We've been a bit over a million, 3 million in my first season, I think, was the 2018-19 season. So we've had a very bad, record. But this is the year we're going for top 100k, and at the minute, as you can see on the right, 132k, we are there. We're in reach. So we just got to keep on getting these green arrows. But Game Week 25, I mean, I loved Game Week 25, I'm not going to lie, because I captained Bruno. That was the 24-pointer. And 77 points was just beautiful. And that kind of gave me the inspiration to go on and do well, I reckon, in these double game weeks, because it was a great score. It was really good transfers of Mopai, and obviously I had Ronaldo when loads of people didn't own him. But Game Week 26 was where I kind of felt like it was a coming of age game week. It was like, I'm so nervous for this upcoming game week that I'm actually getting panicked. Like, it was that big of a game week with so many teams doubling. But the man delivered. The triple captain king, Mo Salah. And it's not just my highest score this season. After I think I got 107 in game week 1. It's also my highest score, as I mentioned, of all time. I think last season I got one of my highest ever, which was 125 or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but it was in the 120s, and that was in a double game week. And I'm pretty sure that was in a wild card as well. So ultimately, to get that, how much with just a triple captain, like at least with a wild card, you can get in loads of big players and change your whole team. You can only change a few players if you do a minus 12, which is what I ended up doing. But a lot of people were kind of, thinking about the wild card in Game Week 26, and a lot of FPL content creators went that way. They were swayed. They didn't triple captain Salah, and I just think they will regret that. Now, I know he doubles in 29, Mo Salah, against Brighton and Arsenal, but number one, those fixtures aren't as good. Number two, Salah was unbelievable in Game Week 26, and as I say, should have probably had more. And number three, yes, you'd argue you might have got a good score on a wild card, but the amount of people triple captaining Salah this week meant you probably had a bit of ground to make up now that you didn't try to triple captain him that week. And okay, you could make up that ground in 29, but I just don't think it's going to happen again. And the wild carding into 26, especially on the fact the free hit was in 27. And look, if you're going to wild card in 26, you'd have triple Liverpool again in the games against Leeds and Leicester. Leeds and Norwich. And you're probably going to have triple Arsenal with their double. Obviously, didn't go to plan really, other than the Brentford game. That was good for me with Saka, but no clean sheet against Wolves, no return from Saka against Wolves. Bit annoying, but still a great game week. As I say, 146 points and a rank of 215,873 for a game week rank is actually really, really solid. So I'm loving that. So just to recap to you guys, my transfers and this game week actually did pay off. I'm not going to lie. I did Dyke in for Laporte, and that really did come in clutch. He got a nice little late minute goal against Leeds. Bullet header, that's what we thought he would do. And I talked about on my stream, I was nearly going to go Robertson, and Robertson actually got benched for that first game. And so I'm relieved by that. Van Dyke outscored Robertson. Really, really good shout, that one. Ramsdale, as I say, quite disappointing. He didn't get a clean sheet in both games. But that's the way it goes. No save points as well. It's not very much like Ramsdale, but he's still, till the end of the season, probably one of the best goalie options you can get. Cancelo, that was such a disappointment against Tottenham. I've got to go like, all right, fair enough, it's Spurs. They haven't been great before that game. And you kind of think maybe not a clean sheet, but at least something attacking. And he was so close at times. He had so many threatening opportunities. But yeah, to concede 3 goals against, at the time, pretty awful Tottenham, and still pretty awful Tottenham after their 1-0 defeat to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, that was a shocker. That was a real shocker. So the people that took out Cancelo this week, game 26, were fortunate enough. Cancelo obviously has been one of the best defenders in FPL, but another man that's been branded that label is Trent Alexander-Arnold, and just don't expect it, do you, to see him benched against Norwich? We thought it was going to be for Tsimikas, and Tsimikas obviously started, and Robertson was benched, but Trent not even in the squad against Norwich, so that was a shocker. He just wanted to rest him, I guess, but he came back in at least for the clean sheet against Leeds. Just you'd kind of think a bit of attacking threat there, but look, those people that triple captained Trent Alexander-Arnold, I feel for you, really I do. I vice captained him, of course, because he was just as attacking as you can get in defence, and he had the double alongside Salah. So I was like, well, the game's not going to get postponed. The COVID cases are going down. It's fine, but I also feel like I had to go Salah because it's Salah. So that just shows sometimes being a bit clever is not too clever in the long run. Also, Kieran Tierney, 4 points, very disappointing. The same thing with Ramsdale, really, but he's just not delivered. Like, when I got him in, I was so excited by his fixtures. Like, I thought, yes, this is really a good move. I think I got him in for the Burnley game. Was it the Burnley game or was it the Wolves game? It might have been the Wolves game, to be fair. Yeah, it was. It was the Wolves game. So I saw that he got that nice little bonus point against Burnley. I thought, yeah, okay, he's back fit now. He's been playing for quite a long time. And then he didn't get an attacking contribution, but at least a clean sheet against Wolves. I was happy with that. Then, obviously, we knew that Arsenal blanked in 25, so I was happy to bench him and bring him back in for 26, where he had the double. But now, no clean sheets. And coming up, obviously, Arsenal have got a double game week in 29, possibly in 28, we'll see. But he obviously did as well blank in 27, so we will talk about that. I free-hitted, so that was absolutely fine. We'll get him back for game week 28. But yeah, very frustrating, that one. Midfield, Bruno Fernandes. What a great decision it was to keep him in my midfield, because I was so thinking about selling him because of the fact it was one fixture, because of the fact that Man United had been in pretty poor form. But I just looked at that fixture against Leeds and thought, that is a game I could regret selling him. A lot of people did it, and it hurt them. So I was really happy I held on. What a great game against Leeds. Goal and an assist and 2 bonuses. You don't often see a Bruno header, but that was a great one. And really, really, that was a great haul for him. 12 points. Matched, of course, Son, who had 2 games. So really impressive. Salah, 84. Look, he's the king, right? He's the absolute king. What a legend. I was really happy with that one. Obviously, I did bring in Ramsdale for De Gea as well. That was one of my transfers. And De Gea conceded 2 against Leeds. So pretty happy with that. But in terms of that Leeds game against Liverpool, I mean, wow. Just absolutely wow. And another assist as well. 2 bonuses, not quite the 3 because Mane had a great game as well, and Robertson. But look, at the end of the day, I was buzzing with that, and to get the 3 bonus in the Liverpool Norwich game as well was fantastic. So I don't think I can remember a better triple captaincy all FPL career. I think my last best triple captain was probably 1920 when I went for KDB in a double game week. I think it was game week 30 plus when it was Project Restart, and he got 45. So 15 over the 2, I think. At the time, I thought that was amazing. And it was not bad. You kind of think with a triple captain, get mid between, 15 and 25. But this guy got 28. So absolute legend from Mo. Bowen, very disappointing. A bit like Cancelo. You didn't expect that against Newcastle. Gets booked. Doesn't score. A bit of a blip. But he's been in unbelievable form. So we can excuse him. Saka. This was one I was happy about. Against Brentford. Did the bits. What a goal. 3 bonuses. Thank you very much. But then booked against Wolves. So, look, it's a mixed bag, but still a good haul for a game week, 11 points. Then the front 2, I can't actually see my eyes, is King, obviously, blanked against Palace. Watford were awful against Palace in every department. So, look, I had him, obviously, for the double, and I actually thought he might get benched in one of them. So at least he started, I should say, in both. But obviously subbed off against Palace was really frustrating. Not to hit that 60-minute mark and get those 2 points, but look, it is what it is. Jimenez, very, very nice assist in the first game against Leicester. I was like, yes, we're cooking. But then, obviously, against Arsenal, it was a tough fixture, I suppose. Podence, is doing well. He's come back. Neto as well. Hwang has come back now. So he's going to have competition in terms of getting the points. He's always nailed, but just not quite in that Arsenal game. But still, we kind of had Ramsdale, so we had a conflicted interests there. But yeah, really happy with that Van Dyke transfer in for Laporte. Jimenez obviously came in for Ronaldo and he outscored him. He did nothing against Leeds, so really good transfer that one. And of course, Salah came in for Jota, who missed that double game week through injury. So I was really happy about that one. But yeah, after game week 26, I should say, up to a rank of 149,208. That was an increase from the original rank of, what was it? Yeah, 177,082. So that was up by 27,874 to 149k. So really, really strong. 1654 overall points at that stage, and Gameweek rank, as I mentioned, 215873. So yeah, that was my 12th green arrow in a row, and we got a lot of returns in that team, as you can see. The bench obviously doesn't really warrant talking about other than Foster, but you would never expected that clean sheet against Villa, and obviously did nothing against Palace. So yeah, bit disappointed by Ramsdale, I'm not going to lie. Bit disappointed by Bowen, but still, very good game week, as I say, my best ever, and another green arrow. So we move to game week 27. That was when the free hit came in, baby. So the team you've just seen, forget that, because it was completely different, other than one man and one man only, Joao Cancelo. And he did the bits, so I was justified to do that. Now, whether it was lucky, I don't know, but arguably, it was still good enough, because, you know, come fly with me, Man City players. Like, this is the moment. But he did fly with me, Cancelo. It's just that, unfortunately, didn't get an attacking return. But look, we'll take it. 27 was a week we were thinking, let's go differential. Let's try and get another green arrow. And we did it, boys. We did it, boys and girls. A 13th green arrow in a row is unbelievable form. So, yeah, take that, boy. Mad decent game week, for sure. In a week, a lot of disappointment. 58 is solid. Now, the gaming rank, not great. 823-208. But we beat the average. I think we're in the top 10% for this game week. And also, something I looked at the FPL notifications, we're in like the top 10% of free hitters. So something like that. It's still a very good free hit when you compare it to other free hitters. Maybe the non-free hitters survived for sure, with Bowen blanking and obviously me not doing anything and going off in the second game. So Pope, bit of a letdown, no clean sheet, but got some save points in there. 5 points. Ben Mee, so frustrating. What can you do about that? Cancelo, yeah, nothing in terms of attack, but still bonuses. Livramento, absolute legend. Started him against Norwich, got the bonus points we needed. Lovely jubbly. Mahrez, 1 pointer, very frustrating, because if Mahrez hadn't have come on against Everton, I would have got Fabian Schär off the bench, but it is what it is. Pep roulette and all that. You had to back it with the fixture. Sancho against Watford as well. Could have not played, and I could have got Schär's assist and clean sheet off the bench, but look, Sancho came on for the 1 pointer. De Bruyne, very close to scoring, but good double save from Pickford. Son, what a legend. Here comes the son. The son is Son Heung-min, and what a goal for the last one to get the record combined goals of 37 or something between those two to surpass Drogba and Lampard. Amazing link up those two have. And Kane was there as well, 11 points. I don't regret captaining Weghorst. I know what you're going to say. You should have done it, but he had to back the double game week. Even if the outcome doesn't happen, the decision was the right one. It's just Burnley, unfortunately, for FPL, this kind of game week, their form is now swerved away again. But for Watford, very good. So part of me is quite happy with it, to be honest. In the relegation fight, Brozier, 2-pointer, very disappointing against Norwich. And to see Che Adams, who was obviously the differential pick over him to score, that was really a bit of a kick in the teeth. Kane's so good, though. Fabian Schär was a bit of a thing where I thought Newcastle might not keep a clean sheet, but they did. It's still, though, it is what it is. Bissouma, 1-pointer. Obviously, Maguire didn't play because Livramento came in. So, yeah, very good game week. 58 points. I'm loving that. And up to a rank of 132k. So, yeah, really cannot complain with that. A 13th green arrow in a row. Previously on 267k, obviously, from last season. We're going to beat that at this stage for FPL finish. And, yeah, really strong free hit, in my opinion. I'm really liking that. You got to say, though, with that overall rank rise of 16,904, we're loving life. And 1712 overall points. We move to game week 28. Hope you have enjoyed my review of 26 and 27. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.